this other video. So we're going to start on the mat, and we'll start in child's pose this time. And if anybody arrives later, then they can join us in child's pose. Hope you're all well. If there's any injuries or anything I should know about your body or yourself, then again, send me a private message and I can incorporate this in our practice over the next 4 more sessions after this. So we'll have 6 sessions on this. So let's start on the mat in child's pose. So anytime during the practice, if you want to take time out, the session is too energetic, you've got an injury that doesn't allow you to do the pose, because I can't see you, so we're on Facebook Live and I'm uploading to YouTube, so you can do it anytime you want. I can't see what's happening. So it's up for you to say stop if it's not good for your body. And I say, let me know, then I can do adaptations, or I can tell you one-to-one what you can do instead. So we'll start in child's pose, and this is a pose we can come back to at any time. Anytime you don't want to do what I'm suggesting you to do, just come back to this. So we can have our knees wide, or we can have them close together. I'm going to go for mine wide, because I've just eaten, so I need space for my tummy. But again, it's where you want the stretch, whether you want it in your lower back or further up. So you can play with it and see what's good for you. So we're aiming at pressing our buttocks towards our heels. If they're coming up really high, you can have a nearby rolled up blanket and fill that space with a blanket if you know that there's going to be a gap. Just having that sensation that your body's touching is nice. It's really grounding. So don't be afraid to use props. Have cushions, blankets, anything ready. So let's walk our hands out. If you've got any problems with your shoulders, you might not be able to stretch your shoulders out. So then you could make fists on top of each other and just rest them here. Or you could place the top of your hand behind you by your feet and stretching the opposite way. I'm going to go with my preferred method and have the hands out in front. This way I can push my hands forward and assisting my buttocks to get closer towards the heels. So take a few deep breaths in here and close your eyes if you can. And just check in with yourself how you're feeling today. How you're feeling in your body. If there's any tension, is there any muscular tension, any emotional tension, any mental tension? Let's check what's happening and where it's happening. Just taking notice, no judging, no working out why. And again, like last time, if you could kindly let me know how you're feeling before the practice and after the practice. And also as we continue, letting me know if there's a shift after the more practicing you're doing. So lying here in child's pose, I will outline the yoga Nidra practice for us today. So we'll be doing a few yoga poses just to warm up our body a little, stretch it out, and preparing our body for lying still. Once we've done that, we'll return to the Savasana pose and lying on our back. If this is uncomfortable and not for you, you could also sit in a chair, but it's quite, for today's practice is good lying on the floor because we're thinking about the space between the floor and our body. While we're lying here later, I'll be asking you to listen to the instructions and follow them mentally. We're not going to have any control of our breath, and we're not going to be sleeping. So though it's a yoga sleep, we're in a state between awakeness and sleep where we are relaxing. Then we're choosing a sankalpa, which is kind of what we're wishing for today, or anything we need today. So it's just a very heartfelt wish or need that we can send into the universe, and focus about. Then we're doing rotation of consciousness, so I'll be talking about body parts and you'll be following them mentally. Then we're going to do some awareness of the breath, where I'm speaking you to how to have this awareness of the breath, and I'll be leaving you to do the counting of your in and out breath yourself. So there'll be a pause for a while where you are focusing on your own counting. Then we'll do a short session on feelings and sensations. So I will be describing some words to you, and you may experience feelings and sensations as these words are spoken. Then we'll continue with a visualization. We're going to a park to visit a temple. And then at the very end, we're going to come back to our very own chosen sankalpa, and we will slowly finishing the practice and coming back together. And then I'll be asking you kindly to send me some feedback, as this is part of my study. So just moving gently now in your child's pose, maybe moving from side to side. And just gently start coming up onto all fours. From here we can press our shins into the mat. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, gazing towards our belly button. And in yoga we breathe in and out through our nostrils to control our breathing, slowing it down. Breathing in through our nostrils mean that we'll regulate the temperature before it reaches our lungs. Breathing in through our mouth hasn't got as far to reach body temperature before it's reaching our lungs. Couple more cat and cows here. Really stretching out all your intercostal muscles. Squeezing up towards the ceiling, between your shoulder blades. Opening up, you can even pressing out to the side a little. So I'll close our eyes. Just do the sexy cat and cow, the dancing cat and cow. Just move from side to side, however it's good for you to move. Okay, coming back. Let's curl our toes under and just pressing up into our first downward dog. So we can walk our feet a little here. So take one knee in towards the middle, then the other. Just start warming up the hamstrings, getting a bit of length into our legs. Thinking about having our ears by our biceps. Just gazing, not quite by your hands, kind of where your face is, just gazing straight down. I always end up looking at my feet to see how my hamstrings are doing. Squeezing those hips up towards the wall. Inhale up to your tiptoes, exhale pressing the heels towards the mat, with no hope of them ever reaching. Feeling the stretch at the back of your legs. As you're pressing your hands into the mat, really elongating your back, squeezing them hips up towards the ceiling, making yourself as long as possible. Take a deep breath in, and as we exhale, gaze towards your hands, and then we'll take our left knee towards our left hand, elongating that right foot behind us. And we're just coming into proud pigeon here. you've got options. We can either just be here, opening up a little, or you can come down onto your forearms. We're not very warm, so just be gentle with yourself. Gazing ahead, so our drishti is just gazing ahead. We can have our hands pointing towards each other. It's just a gentle pose. We don't need to be in perfect formations. So they're keeping still here, just moving a little, because we're going to be keeping very still shortly. So if you feel like you need to move, just opening up your hips, or just preparing yourself for lying still, please do so. Let's curl our right toe under again, pressing our hands into the mat, and we're just going to push back up into downward dog. This time let's take our right leg towards the ceiling and just lifting it off the mat, shaking it out, rotating our ankles first one way, then the other, placing that right foot back down on the mat. Let's lift the left foot off the mat, give it a shake, rotating the ankle one way, and then the other. Placing that hand back down, this time gazing towards the hand, bring our right knee towards our right hand, making that left leg long, pushing it backwards. And again, either having your hands on your shoulders here in proud pigeon, which is quite an arch for the back, or you can coming down. Again, you could have blanket or something like that, so the floor comes up, that's more comfortable, bricks, anything like that. And we can just hang out here for a little while. So Yoga Nidras are a technique in which we relearn to relax consciously. So sleep is actually not regarded as relaxation, nor is watching TV or reading, because these we are using our sensory, senses. So by doing the Yoga Nidra, we're depriving ourselves of all these sensory inputs. So we're going inward to relax. And it's a very systematic method of preparing ourselves to come into this relaxation. We are sort of trying to bring on inner awareness and hitting that state of consciousness between being awake and being asleep. So you know that beautiful period just before you're falling asleep. You just can't help yourself falling asleep. We just want to be at that beautiful state of really deep relaxation. But once we start sleeping, then it's not consciously anymore. We are not in control of our dreams or our thoughts or actually relaxing. Our body's just sleeping. And we might not actually be relaxing as much being asleep. So there have been studies where if you're doing 1 hour of Nidra, Yoga Nidras, it can be equivalent to 4 hours of actually sort of normal sleep. So this might be why some people need less sleep, because they're able to relax at some point in the day. Let's push up onto our hands and bringing that leg straight back, coming into a quick plank, and then just coming down into seated, however is comfortable for you. We're going to hug our right knee in towards our chest and having the left leg out front. Let's just drop that right leg down onto the floor, sitting up nice and tall. We can sit on a blanket, which will just help us tilt our pelvis a little. Excuse me, I've just eaten. Yoga's really not good after just eating. I should know. I can't recommend just eating before you do this. So let's inhale nice and tall and exhale, just bending down a little over that left leg. Just gentle, feeling the stretch maybe in your lower back. Or let me know where you feel the stretch. We're all different. It can be down the hamstring, maybe in your foot if you're activating it, maybe in your shoulders. We're all different. We all carry our tension in different places. Brilliant. Nice stretch here. So using your inhale. And as we exhale, you might be able to come into that pose just a little bit more. We can use our hands, just walking them forward. Rocking from side to side might just help loosening up any initial tension, but then it's good trying to keep still. Holding at that position. Use your inhale to inhale in. And exhale. Just sending those signals to the body that it's safe to come in to this position. One more breath. Beautiful. Let's take that left leg over and we're just going to bring it over the already bent right leg. So now we're coming into the Lord of the Fishes pose. Let's interlace our fingers and just grab around that left leg with your right arm and coming into a bit of a twist here. Not much, let's just do gentle tonight. Just squeezing that knee in, gazing over your left side. And using your breath, just calming everything down, nice and slowly. Beautiful. Let's let go of that very gentle. We can squeeze over to the other side, just unfold ourselves a little. And then let's bring our right leg out in front. Squeeze the left one into the chest. And then just gently drop that down to the side. Inhale in, sitting nice and tall. And as we exhale, we can use our hands either side of the leg, walking out. Just reaching towards our toes. We can either holding onto our shins, so kind of reaching just beyond the foot. No straining, just being kind to yourself. Gentle moving into these poses. Using your breath. Every out breath to see if your body wants to move a little bit more. So we are using our Golgi reflex just to sending signals. It stops us in the track as we're trying to stretch. As we're using our calm breathing, we're telling the body this is okay. It's okay to go a little bit further. So that sometimes when you stay in the pose, suddenly you just feel, now I'm ready to move. One more breath. And then slowly start walking back up again. Let's lie down on our back. See, we're getting nearer now. We're on our back. We're still going a few more poses. So let's squeeze our knees up towards our chest. Just rock gently from side to side. Massaging that lower back. Seeing if there's any tension anywhere. Giving yourself a hug. And then place the feet on the floor. Let's place them wide on the mat. Place your hands to the side or up above your head. Take a deep inhale in. And as we exhale, let's squeeze the legs towards the left. So just drop your knees towards the floor. Again, if they're not reaching, it can be quite nice just having a blanket there, so they're actually going to touch the floor. Or you can have a pillow under the other one. Or if you prefer, just dangle in the air. Or yours might touch the floor. But it's okay to use all our blankets. I hope you've all got blankets ready for later as well. Take a few breaths here. next inhale, we're going to inhale our legs and knees up towards the middle, and as we exhale, we bring them over to the right, or whichever side you haven't done. Take a deep breath in here and just relax. If you used your props, you might want to swap them to the other side. Take a few breaths in, just noticing your breath. How you're feeling. You can have your eyes open, have your eyes closed. A few more breaths here. And then the next inhale, let's bring our knees back towards the middle. And then stretch the legs up towards the ceiling. So we can just hang out here with our legs up, which is good to help any build up liquid in our legs, come back down towards our heart. It can be quite nice and calming. If anytime you feel anxious, unsettled, just start coming into some sort of upside down. You can rotate your ankles. Let's take our hands up towards the ceiling as well. Just rotate our wrists and our ankles, both directions. For one way and for the other. Just swap if you haven't already swapped. Yourself another hug, and let's throw that to the side and all the way onto our tummy. We will come back to the back soon, don't worry. Let's place our elbows under our shoulders and just coming into a little back bend here. So before squeezing up, just bring yourself, just like pull your elbows back, squeeze your pelvis into the floor, having really relaxed legs, the rest of them, just make them flop, and pulling your elbows back, making your spine long then before you're looking up. Any twinges in your lower back, come down a little, and let's just hang out here for a little while, just gazing straight ahead. Just taking notice of how it is breathing, lying on your tummy, maybe feeling the sensation at the back and at the side, that we can feel how our ribs are expanding in these ways instead. So back to Yoga Nidra, relaxation. We're trying to enter this special state of relaxation and reaching it by turning inwards. So that's why we're maybe turn down the light, and then you can have a candle by you if you want. Closing your eyes and not having, this is why I'm not playing any music, because we're not having all of these extra sensory inputs. So quite often we'll be holding tensions in the body, and this is what we're trying to release. So quite often these days, there's either we do too much or we do too little. Either we work too much, like move too much, or we don't work or move enough, like we sleep too much or we don't sleep enough. And like either we eat too much or we don't eat enough, kind of thing. So it's a lot of the extremes where we're going from one to the other. And by that, the body builds up tensions. So it can kind of be like muscular tension that we'll be holding it in our shoulders and in our neck. So it could be like really our physical body, but also a nervous system. And it can be hormonal imbalances that's sort of bringing this on. So these are like our muscular showing in our muscles quite often. It can also be emotional tensions we have that we're going to try to relax from. So this can be anything from like the stress of having families, any relationship with any other human beings, work, private, anywhere kind of thing. It's like anytime any feelings of hate or loss or failure or success and happiness and unhappiness, like we've got so many feelings, and it's like it can bring tensions one way or the other, like we go high, we go low, and it's when we're not able to express these feelings freely and open, so quite often then we'll get emotional tension. And then there's the mental tensions, where our brain is just non-stop, it's just chitter chatter non-stop, and it's kind of that relaxation or learning to switch off and come on to the more sort of subconsciously mind, where we're relaxing at this point. So yeah, we will enter the Yoga Nidra very shortly. I'll ask you just to gently come down onto the mat, placing your head on the mat and just lying here, just rocking your pelvis from side to side, loosening up any little tension, and then gently move yourself onto your back into Shavasana. Put on any extra clothing, switch off the light, do anything you want to do to make yourself comfortable. So we're going to be about half an hour lying down, so get yourself comfortable, but not so comfortable that you're going to fall asleep. Had some lovely stories and feedback from people sleeping lovely after last time. I have to say, so I slept well myself as well, had loads of deep sleep, so thank you all for that. So yeah, we're all trying to find this peace of mind, so if we can relax all this tension, we're working towards peace of mind, creating a better world. Really, that is the whole point of it. Let's create a better world. If you're feeling better, it's already a better world. What a transformation we can make to the world if we all feel freer and more relaxed. Okay, so settling down. So I'll briefly just touch on what the Sankalpa is, but we'll be doing that in a minute. So it's a heartfelt need or wish that will probably just spring to your mind. You know what you need today or what you wish for today and tomorrow. So it can be something you'll start the sentence, I will, something you want to achieve. Not literally, it can just be peace of mind. It can be a feeling. It can be anything you want. Okay. So again, I'll be reading from this book, which is Swami Satyananda, which is part of my studies that I'm diving deep into this book. So to get to know this style of Yoga Nidra, I'll be reading them to you. So please get ready for your Yoga Nidra. By lying on your back, lying down in Shavasana, which is the dead man's pose. So all this we do in Shavasana is really preparing ourselves for death, which is quite morbid in our Western world, but we all know that may happen it will happen one day. So it's all part of life. So let's get ready by lying in Shavasana, the dead man's pose, and make yourself as comfortable as possible. Keep your feet apart and let them flop a little bit sideways. Let's flop them out to the side. Just relax all the way from your hips to your toes. Arms slightly away from the body, with the palms of the hands turning upwards. Adjust your blanket your clothes and position so that you can practice Yoga Nidra in stillness and without any physical discomfort. Please close your eyes and keep them closed. The practice of Yoga Nidra is the act of hearing and the act of feeling. And these are the very important factors. In Yoga Nidra, you function on the level of awareness, plus the level of listening. In dreams, we have no control, but in Yoga Nidra, you're the creator of the dream. Say to yourself mentally, I will not sleep. I shall only listen to the voice. Repeat to yourself, I will not sleep. I will listen to the voice. And give yourself some time to become calm and steady. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe in, feel the calmness spreading throughout your body. And as you breathe out, say to yourself mentally, relax. So we're moving on to the relaxation. Become awareness of sound in the distance. Become aware of the most distant sounds that you can hear. Let the sense of hearing operate like a radar beam, searching out all the distant sounds and following them for a second. Move your attention from sound to sound without attempting to identify the source. Just listen and gradually bring your attention to closer sounds, to sounds inside this building, and then to the sounds even closer. You're developing an awareness of the room that you're in. Without opening your eyes, visualize the walls, the ceiling, the floor, and your body lying on the floor. See your body lying on the floor. Become aware of the existence of your physical body lying on the floor. Total awareness of your body lying on the floor. Develop your awareness of all the physical meeting points between your body and the floor. Become aware of the natural breath and become aware of the deep, natural, spontaneous breath. Do not concentrate, for this will interfere with the natural process. Keep on listening to me and know that you are breathing. The practice of Yoga Nidra begins now. Say mentally to yourself, I am going to practice Yoga Nidra. I will not sleep. I'm going to practice Yoga Nidra. And then we're coming to the resolve or your sankalpa. This time, make your resolve, your sankalpa, a simple sankalpa. Simple resolve. Please state your resolve clearly with feeling and awareness 3 times. Then we'll move on to the rotation of consciousness. Rotate your consciousness through the different senses of the body. As quickly as possible, the awareness has to jump from point to point. And please repeat mentally the name of each part after me. And simultaneously become aware of that part. The practice always begin with your right hand. Right side, right hand thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, palm of the hand, back of the hand, wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpits, waist, hip, right thigh, knee, calf muscle, ankle, heel, sole, top of the foot, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. Left side thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, palm of the hand, back of the hand, wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, waist, hip, left thigh, knee, calf muscle, ankle, heel, sole, top of the foot, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. Back, right shoulder, left shoulder, right shoulder blade, left shoulder blade, right buttocks, left buttocks, the spine, the whole of the back together, front, top of the head, forehead, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, the eyebrow center, right eyelid, left eyelid, right eye, left eye, right ear, left ear, right cheek, left cheek, nose, tip of the nose, right nostril, left nostril, upper lip, lower lip, chin, jaw, throat, right collarbone, left collarbone, right chest, left chest, middle of the chest, navel, abdomen, lower abdomen, the whole of the right leg, the whole of the left leg, both legs together, whole of the right arm, whole of the left arm, both arms together, whole of the back, whole of the front, whole of the head together, arms, legs, back, front, head together, the whole of the body together, the whole body together, the whole body together. Right arm, right hand thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, palm of the hand, back of the hand, wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, waist, hip, right thigh, knee, calf muscle, ankle, heel, sole, top of the foot, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. Left hand thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, palm of the hand, back of the hand, wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, waist, hip, left thigh, knee, calf muscle, ankle, heel, sole, top of the foot, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. Right shoulder, right shoulder blade, left shoulder blade, right buttock, left buttocks, the spine, the whole back together, top of the head, forehead, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, the eyebrow center, right eyelid, left eyelid, right eye, left eye, right ear, right cheek, nose, tip of the nose, right nostril, left nostril, upper lip, lower lip, chin, jaw, throat, right collarbone, left collarbone, right chest, left chest, middle of the chest, navel, abdomen, lower abdomen, whole of the right leg, whole of the left leg, both legs together, whole of the right arm, whole of the left arm, both arms together, whole of the back, whole of the front, whole of the head together, arms, legs, back, front, head together, the whole of the body together, the whole of the body together, the whole of the body together. Then we'll move on to the body and floor awareness. So develop an equal awareness of the whole body and become aware of the space occupied by the body. Become aware of the body and this space that is occupied by your body. Body and space. Become aware of the whole body and the floor, the whole body in relation to the floor, and at the same time aware of the meeting points of the body on the floor. These are very subtle physical points between the body and the floor. Feel the meeting points between the back of your head and the floor, shoulder blades and the floor, the elbows and the floor, the back of the hands and the floor, the buttocks and the floor, the calves and the floor, and the heels and the floor. Awareness of all the meeting points between the body and the floor. The sensation of all the points simultaneously, evenly. Go on feeling these points clearly and distinctly. Please do not sleep. If you feel you're close to sleep, squeeze your hands a couple of times. And then continue. Switch your attention to the eyelids. Feel the narrow line of meeting between the upper and the lower eyelids. Feel the sharp point where they meet. Intensify your awareness between the eyelids. And then the lips. Center your attention on the line between the lips, the space between the lips. From the lips we go to the breath. Draw your attention to the natural ingoing and outgoing breath. Feel the breath moving along the passage between the navel and the throat. On inhalation, it rises from the navel to the throat. And on exhalation, it descends from the throat to the navel. Be completely aware of your respiration. Navel to throat, throat to navel. Do not try to force the breath, just awareness. Maintain your awareness and at the same time start counting your breath backwards as following. I am breathing in 27. I am breathing out 27. I am breathing in 26. I am breathing out 26. I am breathing in 25. I am breathing out 25, and so on. So from 27, counting towards 1. Count to yourself mentally as you follow the rise and the fall of your breath. From the navel to the throat and back again. Total awareness of breathing and counting. The breathing is slow, the breathing is relaxed. Please continue counting. Total awareness of breathing and counting. Breathing is slow and relaxed. Count to yourself mentally as you follow the rise and the fall of your breath from the navel to the throat and back again. Please stop counting and we'll move on to awareness of sensations. So this time awaken the feeling of heaviness in the body, the feeling of heaviness. Become aware of heaviness in every single part of the body. You're feeling so heavy that you're sinking into the floor. Awareness of heaviness, awareness of heaviness. Then awaken the feeling of lightness. Awaken the feeling of lightness. A sensation of lightness and weightlessness in all parts of the body. Your body feels so light that it seems to be floating away from the floor. Awareness of lightness. Then the experience of cold. Awaken the experience of bits of cold in the body. Imagine you're walking on a cold floor in winter. Your feet feel very cold and you feel cold all over. Awareness of coldness, awareness of coldness. Awaken the sensation of heat, awaken the experience of heat. The whole body is hot, the whole body is hot. You feel hot all over. Recollect the feeling of heat in summer when you're out in the sun with no shade. Heat all over the body, heat all around the body. Awareness of heat. The experience of pain. Concentrate and try to remember the experience of pain. Any pain you have experienced in your life, mentally or physically. Recollect the feeling of pain. Then recollect the feeling of pleasure, any kind of pleasure, physically or mentally. Recollect this feeling and relive it, make it vivid, awakening the feeling of pleasure. And then check that you're awake. Are you drowsy or sleepy? Make sure that you're not sleeping. Say to yourself, I am awake. Move on to the inner space. Withdraw your mind and concentrate the space in front of your closed eyes. The space that we call Shidakasha. Imagine before you a transparent screen through which you can see infinity space. A space that extends as far as the eye can see. Concentrate on this dark space and become aware of any phenomenon that manifests within it, whatever you see it as the manifesting state of your mind. Continue awareness about this space, but do not become involved. Just practicing detaching awareness only. Then we'll move on to the park and the temple visualization. Still with your eyes closed but fully awake, imagine yourself in a park in the early morning. The sun had not risen and the park is deserted except for yourself. It's a beautiful park, calm and peaceful. Walk across the springy grass. Listen to the birds whistling and call them as they welcome in the new day. There are gardens of flowers, roses, yellow, pink, red and purple. Smell the fragrance and see the early morning dewdrops on the petals. Nearby the rose garden is a fish pond. Goldfish swim in and out amongst the water lilies. See their graceful movements. You walk between trees, beautiful trees, bare trees and trees with leaves, wide spreading trees and tall stately trees. There's a clearing between the trees. In the clearing there's a small temple with an aura of light around it. Go to the door. It's cool and dim inside. Inside on the walls there's a picture of great saints. You sit down on the floor, close your eyes and become still. A sense of deep peace and harmony envelops you as the sound outside fades into the distance. Continue your awareness of meditation inside the temple. Stay there for some time until peace and harmony pervade. Bring back your awareness to Chidakasha. Bring your awareness to the dark space you see in front of your closed eyes. Actually, this space can also be visualized in front of the forehead. So if you want to explore it a little, move the attention upwards. Shift your gaze slightly upwards, but do not strain. Watch the darkness that you see before you very carefully. With detachment, do not become involved. Rest your mind in this warm and friendly darkness. And if any subtle phenomenon manifest, for example colours or patterns, simply take note of these and continue with your awareness. If thoughts occur, let them come and go, but continue watching the dark space. Continue with this detached awareness. Now remember your resolve, your sankalpa. Repeat the same resolve you made at the beginning of the practice in the same words with the same attitude. Repeat your resolve now 3 times clearly with feeling and emphasis. Then become aware of your breathing. Become aware of your natural breathing. Awareness of breathing. And awareness of relaxation. Develop awareness of your physical existence. Become aware of your arms and your legs and your body lying stretched out on the floor. Become aware of meeting points between your body and the floor. And develop awareness of the room again, the walls, the ceilings, any noises in the room and noises outside the room. Take your mind out, become completely external. Lie quietly for a few moments and keep your eyes closed. Then start moving your body and stretching yourself. Please take your time, there's no hurry. If you're feeling sleepy, it's time to wake up again. Have a big stretch, maybe a twist. And when you're ready, come up to seated position and open your eyes. And your practice of Yoga Nidra will be complete. Namaste, thank you for taking part. You might want a drink, just rehydrate yourself a little. It's also a way of grounding back down. So if you feel like you've been out of your body, have had some different awareness, then it's very good to have a cup of tea, especially herbal tea this time of the day. Or just simple some water, just that grounding part of the earth element will help us to ground back down again. So please just take a minute to notice how you're feeling again, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, or check your energy levels before and after, and if you kindly would send me a message with this information, then that will be very useful for my studies. So thank you again. Namaste. We're doing a similar thing tomorrow and Sunday and a couple of days next week again. So hope to see some of you again then. As I said earlier in the practice, if there's any physical limitations that's stopping you to do some of the asanas in the beginning, let me know and I can guide you one-to-one with alternate poses. If you got any questions, please ask. I'm very happy about negative feedback. So for example, some people couldn't hear last time, so this is why I'm now sitting with my nose right up in the camera. So hopefully you could all hear me better this time. I don't really like my Britney Spears microphone, so I rather want to be up close and personal with you on the camera. So yeah, please take care. Hope that you all sleep well. Hope you're all feeling relaxed and calm. This is my free karma yoga to you. If you want to extend the karma onwards into the world, please feel free to do so. So karma really means a selfless act. So that could be anything. But yeah, I invite you to send karma out in the world. So this is my gift to you. So hope that you will give to somebody else or the earth something else. Let's expand this karma business. So take care. Hopefully see you all tomorrow, or some of you tomorrow or Sunday. Take care and sleep well. I'll see you soon. And I will upload this up to YouTube as well. It normally takes until the morning to upload. No idea why it takes so long. Maybe somebody could assist me with some technical things here. But yeah, it will be available on YouTube tomorrow. It's also called Anya's Mountain Yoga. And I believe you can watch it back here on Facebook as well. So yeah, I'll set up the next session. Click going if you're going or interested, and feel free to share it with the rest of the world. Until then, sleep well, stay relaxed. Love to you all. Bye.